All right. So welcome everyone. We are, as always, so glad that you're here. Obviously, you all saw the email and got the call. You've been feeling anxious or heavy or emotionally reactive or just off lately. Obviously, you are not imagining it. We've all been feeling it. We've seen this pattern come up everywhere. There's been a wave of intense solar flare activity. And for those of us tuned into energy or running a sensitive nervous system, it's been super loud. So that's why we called this session, not to talk about it, but to shift it right here and right now. And this is more than a class. It's a glimpse into what we'll be doing at CognoConscious, our 5-day live event happening this September. It's the only time we do this work in person, and it's intentionally intimate. We make it a smaller group because we don't want to just talk at you and do a lecture. We want to actually work with you. We want to hold your hand through this. We want to see you and what's actually running your life. So just know, if what you feel today resonates, if your system responds, CognoConscious is where we go all the way in. We'll give you more details later, but keep that in your back pocket as we begin. So the people leading you through today's session are the co-creators of Cognomovement and the reason this method exists. Bill McKenna and Liz Larson didn't set out to build a system. They were trying to answer a question most of us eventually ask, which is, why am I doing all this work and still feel stuck? Why do I keep coming back for the same problem? So between them, they bring together consciousness, research, neurological rewiring, field theory, and a deep understanding of how change actually happens, not just in your mind, but in your body, your field, and the patterns that shape your life. Bill's background is in endurance, aviation, and near-death spiritual awakening. Liz is known for decoding complex patterns and creating tools that shift people in real time. Together, they've built a system that helps people stop repeating the same emotional loops, thought spirals, and energetic dead ends, not by managing symptoms, but by interrupting the signal that causes them in the first place. They've trained and worked with thousands of people, healed thousands of people, spoken on Gaia, the Shift Network, UK Health Radio, and today they're here for one reason, and that is to walk you through the shift your system is already asking for. So without further ado, welcome Bill and Liz.
Hey, what kind of a face was that, Bill McKenna?
Oh,
Concentration. And yes, everybody out there, my hair has been shorn, if you're wondering. It's been a thing lately. All right, you guys, hi, welcome. So this is a big night, and we have received so many emails and messages on Messenger and from our practitioners and all around the world. What the heck do we do about all of this extra solar flares and extra energy? Like, people have really been struggling, and we want you to know it's not in your imagination. It's a real thing. So I'm going to drop something in the chat for you guys. If some of you are curious about how to know more about solar energy, solar flares, it's called space weather. It is a real science, and about how all of this works. We don't have to explain Schumann resonances and the solar maximum and things that are happening. You can find out. I'm going to drop it here. It's Stefan Burns. He's a space weather analyst, and he shows it in real time, and it's great graphics and really explains what's happening so that you know for sure it's not just in your head. You're not just feeling crazy for no reason. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. Make sure you take that and copy it. So let's see, you got that. Let me know that you got it. So here's the question, Bill McKenna. We've been getting this. Are people experiencing heightened agitation, fighting with family, friends, work, like just fights with people, and weird ones? Bill was telling me about a weird one today. Are you experiencing physical pain, flare-ups of old illnesses, things you thought you'd cured that are flaring back up again? Nervous energy, anxiety, and what else, Bill? What else are people experiencing?
There's so many things that people may be experiencing, like time slips. Like what happened? A shift in timelines these Mandela type effects, like who changed my song? Who changed the title of my cereal box, or the movie, you name it. Basically a thinning of the veil. Some of you may already start to be seeing like colors, like, wait a second, there's colors around that person. I know there's no colors there. Am I going crazy?
Bill, I think that's it. People keep feeling like they're crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you've said it 1,000 times. So let's talk about that first list. Are you somebody, you can put this in the chat, who lays down in bed but starts to feel like your body is vibrating or your heart starts racing? Put that in the chat if you're experiencing that. Or just general irritation and annoyance, right? What are some other things that you've heard, that the things that are kind of more on the negative side? The time slip stuff is kind of fun. We can talk about that in a minute, but what are some of the emotions that people are feeling?
Well, it seems as if the world has somehow gone nuts. All around you, whether it's in media or you're at the grocery store, and they're literally people getting in fights or going crazy, extreme emotions where you're like, wow, that doesn't make any sense what they're saying.
Yeah.
Or people experiencing extremes.
Yeah.
That things were fine and now they've gone off the deep end.
Yeah.
Or for yourself, like my friends that you've had forever, all of a sudden there's a huge fight. This is super common. Divorce. People are getting divorced. Like I can't stand this person. It's amazing. I would say a notch up in intensity and a notch up in things not making sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just it. And even really, really well-grounded people are experiencing this. So many people in the chat are talking about having this sensation of vibrating, which, if you don't know what it is, does feel like anxiety. And what is the number one word we hear every day, Bill? Anxiety, right?
Overwhelm.
Overwhelm. Other people are talking about just plain being exhausted. So all the things that people are writing in the chat all feel extreme to each and every one of us who are experiencing it. Like, it's bigger than normal. It's not normal. I think that's the big thing. It feels like all of our emotions are heightened and we feel very contracted, which we'll talk about later. So let's talk a little bit about some of the fun stuff that people are experiencing. So time slips, that feeling of, you may just be standing one place and all of a sudden it feels like, whoa, and 3 hours went by, right? Or it feels like 3 hours went by and just 5 minutes went by. Or you're talking and then all of a sudden you can't remember what you're talking about. And the thing that you're talking about, that conversation does not seem to be happening in the outside world. Type if anybody has experienced that one. That one's a weird one. Or if you find that you're talking to people and 2 minutes ago they understood what you're talking about and now they don't, like, that's that sensation of a time slip. It's momentary. And then maybe you're back in your regular reality, but there's that feeling of confusion. And then there's flat out timeline shift, Bill. You've been experiencing a bunch of them. Tell about that a little bit.
Well, the timeline shifts are like absolutely things that would be completely like contrary to your reality. We were talking 2 days ago, right? It's a couple days beyond July 4th. And I took a video of the beach. And in Mission Beach, California, there's a lot of kids, a lot of, young adults and that sort of thing. And tattoos are a very big deal. Tattoos down the sleeve, tattoos everywhere, up the neck, on the face, knuckles, you name it, got to have tattoos. You're it's no good if you ain't got a tattoo on it. So So anyway, um, I get up on July 4th and I walk out my front door, and there's all these people in their bathing suits, and there's no more tattoos. I'm like, what? I didn't notice it at first, but I was like, wait a second, all these young kids, and I actually took video and I sent to Liz. I was like, I'm living in an alternate reality.
And he sent me the video, and I've been there to Bill's house many times, and we sat for hours out and see people coming across the beach, and everybody's covered in tattoos. And this video, people are going by with zero tattoos. And I know that seems like not important, but it's a stark contrast. It's really, really a strange thing. So people are saying like telepathy that they pushed away in the past is just like really coming to the front. Somebody else is saying like they seem to know what people are thinking and they're accurate about it. So that has to do with that aspect of what feels like thinning of the veil. And, what does that even mean? It used to mean that there was this big separation between maybe psychic abilities or being able to talk to people on the other side. Like that felt dense. It felt hard to get to. And now many people are feeling like whether they want it or not, it's here, some of those abilities. And sometimes even uncontrollable. They feel to a lot of people really much bigger than they ever did before. Are you hearing that too, Bill?
Yes, absolutely. It's just more extreme.
Yeah. Extreme is the word, right? That is exactly the right word. Is that all of these things feel extreme. People are talking about being very, very sensitive to energy, things feeling very accelerated. And all of that is actually true. That really is what's happening. So here's the question for you all to start to consider as we're having this conversation. And it seems like so many of you are right in the thick of it. Are you contracting under this energy? Meaning, is it creating tension in your body? Do you feel like you're holding on for dear life, holding on by your fingertips? Is this energy pummeling you? Or, and here's the piece, could you be using it to expand and transcend? If you could harmonize or relax into this energy and utilize it, what might actually change for you? So really quickly, what's going on? I just want to tell you, I posted in the chat if people weren't here yet. There's a YouTube channel, Stefan Burns, who will give you all the information about the solar weather that's happening. And these are words we never used before, space weather, solar weather, right? And now people are actually studying it. There's video of it. There's so much machinery, mechanics now that you can see these things, what's happening on the sun. So we're in what's called solar maximum. It happens about every 11 years, but it's not always on time. It is in time in which the poles start to shift. And as they get to the center of their shift, the sun's energy is really, really, really ramped up and stirred up. And so during that time, that energy gets expelled from the sun, ejected from the sun, and that comes right towards Earth. So we have solar flares and plasma coming to the planet, and the Earth's defenses are a little weaker right now. So a lot of that energy gets through. And what happens is that the Earth's atmosphere is very, very electrically charged. So you're not imagining that. And it's creating increases in what's called the Schumann resonance, which is the Earth's vibration. It used to be that they could set atomic clocks by it. Earth has a resonance, a sound. And that is being just blown to smithereens. Like the Schumann resonance values have been off the charts, things that no one's ever seen, which means that the Earth is vibrating at a completely different rate. So we are too. We're trying to catch up with that. There's earthquakes, volcanic activity. Literally, the earth beneath your feet is shaking. So we all feel a little bit off. And again, the atmosphere is electrified. So that would tend to affect people, wouldn't you say, Bill?
We're all drinking the water from the earth. We're all eating the vegetables, other food from the earth. We're living on the earth. Our bodies are physically made from the earth. Everything it is came physically from the earth, and we all are living on it. So, of course, as the earth transitions, as it goes through this transition, we go through the transition with it. And as we go through this transition with it, the thing that is going to make this transition easy or hard is the degree of our resistance to it. This is happening, like it or not, but the people that are really going to suffer are the ones that are in resistance. And when I say resistance, we mean whatever that is. I've got a relationship that now collapsed, and I'm like, well, you're going to suffer. If your reactions are basically made to neutral, where you're no longer actually having a reaction to something, but you're able to just be there and it's okay and make a rational decision, your transition is going to go right along with the earth, right along with the entire situation.
That's true. I mean, how can we not be affected by what is really happening in our atmosphere? And I just want to reiterate that. We started this, like, people are messaging us and they feel crazy, It's not crazy. It's the most natural thing that if everything around you in your atmosphere is electrified to such a degree, you will be affected. And in fact, there's a lot of people who are saying, and some science to back, that our cells and our DNA is actually being transformed and changed by this energy, that we are becoming, thanks to this energy, a bit of a new race. There's also the idea that we're shifting from third into fourth and fifth dimension, some into the fifth dimension, meaning that reality acts differently in those dimensions. And what's happening is that this is putting pressure on all of those kind of lower energies. Well, we'll talk about in just a second, but it is an opportunity to shift dramatically. So what is it that you're saying about this? Something like time's up, right, Bill?
That's right. Time's up. We no longer have a choice here. Well, you can stay in your reaction, your shame, your guilt, your grief, your humiliation, your anger, your fear, your resentment. You can stay in it and stay in the resistance and get yourself into more exaggerated pain, because that's what it is. The volume got turned up here. The voltage, literal voltage, got turned up, and that's going to agitate the heck out of whatever you've got going on. If you're in fear and anxious, it's going to get even more. If you got problems in relationships, it's going to go berserk. If you look at even, this is true inside of our bodies, and it's also true inside of our states, our government, and the world. There's more and more divisiveness and more craziness. The volume on whatever it is just turned up. So, as we were saying, time's up. You can do something about this and process whatever that is inside of you. This is an opportunity. And when I say opportunity, is that it becomes very easy to move these things out. They may seem really exaggerated, but because of this technology now, and also the increased voltage and the increased frequencies, it's going to move much easier than you think. You have an opportunity to accelerate your consciousness like never before. It's way, way easier now to do this.
Yeah. And there's something else too. And many of you who are on this call will really resonate with this. So if you do, put it in the chat that you understand what I'm talking about and you've had this experience. But it has been said, and it really feels like that to some of us, that if you want to call it karma, the issues you've had lifetime after lifetime seem to all be piled now into this one. And that's that time's up kind of a thing. There's an opportunity, but also this limit, like to get these things finally cleared out. And the reason would be that if we're going to move into a really different state on this planet, or maybe if it separates into a second, there's some of that too, that we need to be cleared out of all of those things we've been trying to learn over all these lifetimes. And it's now that it seems to be concentrated. So it seems really, really hard, but it's also this amazing opportunity that if you know how to clear it out of your physical body in this lifetime, this nervous system right now is holding it all and really ripe. It's really ready for it to be plucked out. So at CognoConscious, we use a thing called the Hawkins scale, and it's just a scale of our emotions. And it starts at shame. So let me see if I can pull it up. It starts at shame, and then it goes to guilt, and then it moves to apathy, and then it moves to, I don't know if you have it in front of you, Bill, but there's fear and anger and pride and all of those energies. And in the Hawkins scale, it's given a value. But really the truth is they're very dense and heavy. So imagine, let's say it's 5 pounds, but in this energy, it's 25 pounds. It's 5 times heavier. But it's also so obvious to you now that it's easy to identify and pull it out. And that's some what we're going to do tonight's session, but it's what we do for 5 days at CognoConscious, is we identify those heavy, really dense emotions and feelings that tend to be running our lives. That resonate with anybody? And we pull them out. And then what happens is we buoy up above into neutrality, like Bill was talking about, that non-attached to any of those things, and into things like joy and bliss and love, and even a thing called enlightenment. So this solar energy is helping us do that by putting on the gas, putting on the pressure, but also providing the energy to jump very, very quickly.
Can you see the map of consciousness?
I can't actually.
I can.
Can everybody else see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Got it. So you can see here, we'll just do this really quickly. You can see shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage. I think I got them all. The main aim is right here at neutrality, where you can just take a breath. It's like, all that density is gone. You're not attached to anything else. But the minute that happens, this opens up willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. There are many people on this call that I would wager have never actually experienced true joy. When you ask people, they just haven't, because they're weighed down by all of this. And so all of those things, these are the ones that are getting bigger. You can see them on here. Recognize yourself. Right now, some of these are so intense for you that it feels like there's no way out. So we're going to offer a way out. So, all right. So let's get started with our session. Let me set that up. Hold on just a second. What needs to happen here is that we have to harmonize and integrate this higher level energy while ending the karma patterns of many lifetimes. So the harmonization and the integration is what we're going to kind of give you a taste of tonight. And you'll kind of see what happens when those things are recognized for one, recognize them half the battle, and harmonized for a second, how your energy changes and how much easier it is to exist. Bill, do you have anything else you want to say before we move into the next piece?
The only thing I'd like to just add is that list, that map of consciousness, the the 5-day program, we go through each and every level and we spend a few hours on each one, and you eradicate that level for your lifetime and even past lives, the shame of your lifetime, the guilt of your lifetime, the grief of your lifetime. And with the absence of all of those levels, you automatically buoy up. You're not even trying, but all of a sudden you feel joy. Well, if you ask yourself a simple question, what would my life be like if I didn't have any more fear, guilt, grief, resentment, blame, all of it? It was just gone. Of course, you're just going to feel joy. This has been known for thousands of years. Rumi said, seek not to love, but to remove the blocks to it. And in 5 days, that's what happens with CognoConscious. So today, we're just going to get a little taste of a few exercises. These are just a couple of the exercises that we do. There are hundreds of exercises that you do at CognoConscious to get the effect. It's a physical exercise, as you're going to see today, which does it. You're not really being like, I'm so strong, I'm gonna beat my fear. No, you feel your fear, you do the exercise, and poof, it's gone. So that's the exciting thing, and you're going to get to actually experience it. Liz is going to take you through the first exercise.
All right, but we have to hear from Leah first.
All right. Maybe you'll hear from me. All right. So before we dive into your session, I want to give you a quick frame for what you're about to experience. So this isn't meditation. It's not visualization. It's real-time system recalibration. So you're going to feel something emotionally, physically, and energetically. And if it lands for you, just imagine what happens when we do this over 5 full days. CognoConscious isn't a motivational seminar. It's not a spiritual high with a crash landing. It's nervous system recoding in real time, layer after layer. The people who come leave changed, and not because we talk at them, but because we walked them through the shift. So we only do it once a year. There are still tickets available, including a few VIP seats for those who want even deeper support. And if you purchase your ticket by Friday, I have a special gift for you. It's not a discount. It's something private, intentional, and designed to help you carry what you shift even further. So if your body says yes today, trust it. I will put the link in the chat, and have fun with your session.
All righty, you guys ready? Okay, here's the first step. And this is going to seem relatively simple for a lot of you, but please don't disregard. This is the thing that you need to begin to recognize the tension created by this extra energy. Everything in our lives that creates illness, that creates fear, that creates anxiety, that creates all the things that we say are problems in our life are actually tension. It's small tension, and tension creates inflammation of all kinds. Inflammation of our mind, inflamed thoughts, inflammation of our body, inflamed tissues. It really is the thing. It's the starter place for the issues in our life. So I'm going to take you through a 10-minute session to recognize tension, a little breath exercise to start to neutralize it, but also an eye exercise on top of it that's going to start to pull you through it. And then next, Bill's going to take you through a harmonizing exercise. So you saw that list of things. What's the biggest thing on your mind today? And I want you to just kind of let your eyes go to your shirt. This is connecting with your kinesthetic body, is in that zone. Connect there with your eyes to your shirt. And just let yourself feel the thing that is bothering you the most right now. And be aware of tension. And what I mean is like that pulling sensation, or a sharp pain, that or aggravated feeling. So just notice the tension. And the thing we're going to do is we're going to take a big deep breath in through the nose. Ready? Hold it. And I want you to feel the tension. And as you let it out, you're going to relax into the tension. Okay, we'll try that again. So normally what we do with tension is we try to pull away from it. We want to get away, creating more tension. So you're going to take a big deep breath. Recognize where that tense spot is in your body and relax into it. Drop your body. And then just let your eyes come up and notice what that feels like. Notice if there's a little change, a little difference. It might be very, very subtle. Okay. So that's it. It's called an active relax, relaxing into the tension. So if you have a Cogno ball, grab one. If you do not, grab, something that you can put your attention on. And we're going to really stretch our eyes in around the positions of the clock. So we're going to start here. And I want you to feel into that big problem or the next one. Ready? Big deep breath. Hold it and really let it be there. Allow it. And now relax into it. Let your eyes go a little farther up. And just notice, how does the body feel here? Move it one tick over, about 1 o'clock, keeping your head straight and level. We're moving through the files of your brain and your nervous system. Ready? And think about that problem again, or the next thing, something else that was on that list, one of those emotions or problems in your life. Ready? Big deep breath in. Hold it, let it be there. Let it be there. And now relax right down into the middle of that tension. Ready? Let your eyes move up just a little farther. You'll probably notice that you have more space in your eyeballs. Things feel a little clearer. Ready? 2 o'clock. Big deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. Feel the tension in your body. Ready? Let it go. Relax into the tension, right down into the middle of it, like you're going to live there. And notice if your eyes can move just a little further. All right, bring it down about the 3 o'clock position, or in Cogno language, auditory. Ready? Feel the tension in your body. Let whatever it is, whatever one comes to mind, the first one, hold on to that one. Ready? Big deep breath in. Let it be there. Hold it. Feel the tension. Ready? Let it out. Relax down into the middle of it. And let your eyes move just a little further. Kind of feels great when those eyes move a little further, doesn't it? Move down to 4 o'clock position. And just now you're getting good at this. So now feel into your body. Where's the tension? What's it about? Ready? Big deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it be there. Let the tension build. Let it be there. Ready? Relax down into it. Notice your eyes can move a little further. I don't know about you, but this feels great to me. Okay, 5 o'clock position. And you can see how close I am to my body. I'm pretty close. Ready? Notice the tension in your body. You're getting good at noticing it. Little pinches, little pulls, problems, issues. Let them be there. Welcome them even. Ready? Big deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Feel it. Let it build. Ready? Relax down into it. Oh, good. Let your body just drop around it. 5 o'clock position. Ready? Big deep breath in. Noticing the tension. Becoming really aware of the tension in your body. These are the problems. This is what's creating inflammation. Ready? Big deep breath. Hold it, let it be there. Let that tension build. Ready? Relax down into it, right in the middle. Drop that body right into it. You guys are doing great. Ready? So now we're right in the center, 6 o'clock position. Try to keep your head up and let your eyes drop. And just start to notice, where is that tension now? Become a detective. Feel into it. What is the problem in your life? The thing that's aggravating you. Ready? Big deep breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let the tension build. Let it be there. Welcome it. Ready? Let's relax down into it. Oh, good. And just notice if your eyes start to relax a bit. 7 o'clock position. Ready? Feeling those little tensions now. Check your shoulders, your neck, your head, those irritations in your life. Ready? Hold it, hold it, let it build. Let yourself experience that tension. Ready? Drop it, let it go. Ugh. And let your eyes move just a little further. Ready? 8 o'clock position. Big deep breath in. Feel the tension. You're on a roll now. Ready? Hold it, let it build, let it be there. Allow that tension to be there as much as it is. Let it be the truth for right now. Ready? Relax down into it. Ugh. Let yourself sigh on that out breath. You're doing great. All right, moving up to auditory on the left now. Ready? Let your eyes really stretch. That's the important part here. Let it really stretch. Big deep breath in. Hold it. Feel the tension now. Kind of get excited. You're noticing it. It's there. Ready? Drop down into the middle. Let your body drop. Ugh. Let your eyes move just a little further. You're doing great. You can stop and blink for a second. I mean, we're really giving your eyes and your brain a workout here. So this is hard. You're doing well, even doing it at all. So ready? All right, let's go again. We were at 9, we're at 10 o'clock position. Start to notice if your body's feeling in general kind of less stressed. If it's harder to find attention, maybe not, but for some of you it might be. Notice what's different and what's the same. Ready? Locate that little tension, whatever it is. Big deep breath in. Hold it, hold it. Let that tension be there. Let your body recognize that it's there. Ready? Relax and drop down into it. Oh, good. You want to feel your body completely drop as that air comes out. 11 o'clock position. We're almost there. Letting your body recognize, where are the tensions? Where are those little things that are pulling at my body, my mind, my consciousness? Let it be there. Very important. If you push it away, you create more tension. Ready? Big deep breath. Hold it, hold it. Let that tension tell the truth. Feel it. Be aware. Ready? Drop down into the middle. Ah, good. And are we at midnight already? Did we do 11? I lost track of my places. All right. So let's head up to midnight. Ready? Big deep breath in. Big deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And let your whole body relax and the ball drop to you. Now you're going to let your body roll forward. Tuck your chin. One more big deep breath. Tuck your chin. Let your whole spine roll forward. Big deep breath in. And on the out breath, just let yourself drop back over the chair. Just let yourself drape over the back of that chair. Really, really relax. Stretch a bit. You did great. Now you can do this slower if you want to. You can spend more time. You can do multiple breaths in each place. The important part is that you recognize that tension. You become really aware and let yourself drop down into the middle. All right. Are we ready for the next segment? Bill McKenna, you're up.
All right. Beautiful. Okay. If you have your Cognomovement ball, awesome. If you don't, a pen will do. And we're going to keep your head straight and level. You're going to allow yourself to really feel how you do. Stay in it. The more you feel it, the better and faster this works. We're going to utilize your ball in a different way. And some of you who have been here for a while or in the practitioner program, you've probably seen this, but we're going to start off with a horizontal infinity. So you're going to go out and back. You look at the ball, you go out in an infinity or figure eight, keep your eye on it. The interesting thing is, energetically, this is taking you through time. Events that are closest in your auric field to your body are closer to now, and the ones further away are further in time, closer to your birth. Your eyes are focused on the ball, allowing yourself to feel how you do. Breathe. Continue to breathe. As you do this, you're going to notice there is a place that you find yourself holding your breath, or that it's a little bit more difficult for your arm, or you feel a little something in your eye. That's an area that's associated with the issue. Keep your breathing. Notice, is there a place that's just a kind of a little bit of a glitch? Allow yourself to feel how you do. And switch hands. Go to the other side. Exact same thing. A figure eight going away from you. Breathe. Allow yourself to feel how you do. Track the ball and notice. Is there a place that I start holding my breath? Or the little figure eight becomes a little bit more difficult, or I get confused. What was I supposed to do? I can't really make the figure eight movement on its side like this. I have problems keeping my eye pinned on the ball and focusing. Allow yourself fully to feel how you do. Now, switch hands. Now you're going to go not quite as far out. This is just a quarter way. Same thing. The infinity. Bringing the ball close and then further away. Bringing it higher now and further down. Breathe. Allow yourself to feel how you do. And then switch hands. Same thing on the other side. It's just a quarter away, higher, and lower. Breathe. You're integrating. Allowing yourself to feel how you do. Your head is forward and your eyes are tracking. And now put the ball directly center, and with two hands, you're going to do a large infinity. And this infinity is going to be away from you, far back in time. And you're going to move it in a large infinity. Keep your head static. And you're just tracking with the eyes all the way up all the way down, allowing yourself to feel how you do. Arms fully extended. Notice where it's difficult for you. Breathe. Very large, all the way down, all the way up, tracking with your eyes the entire time, feeling how you do. And now bring that figure eight in, a hand's length away from your body. The same thing, closer, closer to now in your energetic body. Breathe. Track it with your eyes all the way up, all the way down, letting yourself feel how you do. Notice the pulling in your eyes. Notice the holding of your breath. When you do, keep breathing and allowing yourself to feel exactly how you do. As your eyes are moving here, the beautiful thing is that you're integrating. You're allowing all of the different parts of your brain to get a look at what you're feeling. Fully allowing whatever you feel, allowing it. Breathe in and out. Bring it down to your belly. Relax. Turn your head to the side. Yawn. Turn your head to the other side and yawn. Beautiful. And now, directly out to the side, infinity, all the way out to the side. Your eyes are all the way to the side. Track the ball all the way down, all the way up. A big infinity. Integrating. All the way down, all the way up and out. A big figure eight on its side. Allowing yourself to feel how you do. Breathe. All the way down, bringing up and away, all the way up and out and down. One more. Breathe. Beautiful. Now switch hands, the other side. And here you go. Same identical thing. Keep your head forward and track it with your eyes. All the way up, come down and out and away, tracking with your eyes. Coming back in, up, let yourself feel how you do. Integrating through your entire timeline of your life. Allowing yourself to feel it. Breathe, noticing any eye glitches, breath holding. Breathe. Beautiful. And come back. Put your ball down in your lap. Close your eyes. Take a breath through your nose and out your mouth and relax. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And Leah?
I am here and was on mute. All right. So let us know in the comments how you felt after this session. What did you experience? If you experienced just a tiny shift, then you know that this works, because this is just a mini session, just a tiny piece of what you will experience with Cognomovement and CognoConscious. So this is just the thread that is being pulled. So at CognoConscious, we unravel the whole thing. This event was born out of the same frustration so many of you have probably felt, going to all the seminars, doing all the work, feeling amazing for a few days, and then sliding right back into the same loops. So that's what happens when change stays in the mind. CognoConscious changes the signal, and that's why it sticks. It's 5 days, it's hands-on, it's nervous system based, pattern by pattern, and it only happens once a year. We keep it small on purpose because we don't want to talk at you. We want to work with you to help you shift what's actually ready to change. There's no event high after this, or there is an event high, but it doesn't go away. You don't slip back into your normal things after this event. You leave changed, just like I said before. So there are tickets available now at cognomovement.com/CognoConscious. I will put the link in the chat. There are a few VIP tickets left as well. If you register by Friday, you'll receive a special gift from us to support your integration and expansion after the event. And if you felt something today, calm, clarity, the edges starting to melt, CognoConscious is your next step. We built it for people who are done trying everything else and want something that works. So if that's you, we'll see you in September, and let us know your questions in the comments, and we will get those answered for you in just a few minutes.
Oh, good job. So good.
All right.
What happened, Leah? I just want to say good job to everybody. And about those 2 sessions, they are both intended to, one, help you recognize and discover where you have tension in your body that you may not have realized, or in your life, and 2, start that harmonization and integration process. So these are real sessions. You can use them. You can use them together. You can use them independently in the replay, but they change your body neurologically, not your mind, and not just your brain, and not just your body, but the way the system interacts with itself. And so that is why it's so good at harmonizing this extra energy that's in the atmosphere right now and on the planet, under our feet and in our own cells, is because it addresses it at that very specific level. So I just wanted to add that about how to utilize this.
So I part of the VIP ticket, one of the questions is, what's the thing with the crystal skull? So part of the VIP ticket is the crystal skull activation. So very quickly, and without giving away all of our secrets, because it is a VIP ticket, can you explain a little bit about the crystal skull activation, Bill?
So there's basically some technology that it's called a Mayan crystal skull, and it is truly a technology. There's Mayan crystal skulls out there that you could buy on Amazon, or anywhere else, but they're not an actual energetic. They don't have the programming in them, and by that I mean there's for lack of a better term, some off-planet technology, and it ultimately what it does is it assists with boosting consciousness, and it's very physical. You literally will have physical sensations in your body when you know you've encountered a real one. For example, when I encountered this for the first time, I felt like my crystal skull was absolute BS. I thought it was a rock with a face on it. And anyway, I was shocked. I ended up having this experience where I didn't even know at the time where my first chakra was, but it felt as if somebody had a Bic lighter on my physical body in this location, and I was going to get burned. And it started vibrating, and this was an extraordinary physical experience. So Mayan crystal skulls have this intelligence where it knows you. It knows what part of your energetic system is stuck, and it activates it literally. And for some of us, it can be incredible. And for others of us, it's very subtle. When this happens, whatever it is, your next step, it's basically the express route to your next step. So that's there's a lot more to that. I can talk all day about this. What I can tell you is that I never would have believed it in a million years. Sounds like BS, but it turns out it's true.
And it's just a really fun thing as well.
Yeah, that's something that is really awesome about us as as individuals, is that as woo-woo as we are, we're skeptics, and we really love the proof, and we've got all the proof. I'm going to get to some of your questions. One of the questions was that crystal skull activation. That is something that you get with the VIP ticket. You get that crystal skull activation. It's a very, very private. There are only 10 seats, and we've already sold some, so there's even less than that. Where is it going to be? It's going to be at Legacy International Center, or Legacy Resort Hotel and Spa is where CognoConscious is going to be at. Yes, it is by the ocean.
In Hotel Circle, right?
It's in Mission Valley, Hotel Circle in Mission Valley. Yeah. But the beach there are tons of beaches about 15 minutes away.
Yeah, very, very close. Okay, and if you already have a CognoConscious ticket, you will find in your email the VIP tickets. And let's get to the next questions. Is grounding with bare feet on the ground not a good idea right now? Too much changing energy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we would probably answer that two different ways. I would say that if your feet are on the earth, that helps you harmonize. You are still feeling the earth and feeling those vibrations. The problem that we have in our houses, we are vibrating separate from it. We don't get that option. So I would still say it's a good idea. What do you think, Bill?
Well, that's so great. I love this question because I compare it down here, and hopefully all of you come to CognoConscious. We have a roller coaster. Everybody knows just a few minutes away from CognoConscious is an old-fashioned roller, and it's huge. And what I compare it to, getting your feet on the ground is like having a seatbelt on the roller coaster. Everything's going nuts. We're going for a ride. But putting your feet on the ground is putting the seatbelt on. You're going to go for a ride, but you're completely safe and you're connected. So anyway, the answer is yes. It helps you to ride the wave. These human resonances are going like this, and they're like crazy. They're doing and dips as well. So it's going to help you to ride the waves.
I'm
Um,
going to answer
oh, go
Tammy's
ahead.
question,
Go
Leah.
ahead.
Birds, coons, squirrels, and cats follow me on my walks now. Is that unusual? Yes, that is unusual for most people. But I'll tell you, we had the funnest thing happen last year. One of our practitioners out of Australia came and she stayed in an Airbnb. And, during the event, a raccoon showed up on her patio. And she was out there petting it and having a whole relationship with it. And we're like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that here. But it was a friend to her. It was like she became Snow White. And it sounds like that's what's happening to you, Tammy. But it is that harmonization with everything that's around you. And this is weird, but there are these passages in some of our ancient texts. The Bible is just one that talks about a phenomenon of animals and humans communicating where it's safe to be around them. And if you live in the States, we live in Oregon, a raccoon is not something that's safe to pet normally. But when you're in such harmonic with everything that's around you, and you realize that we're all one thing, we're all one organism, really, that it would be the most natural thing. But I wouldn't say it's common for people, Tammy. So that is awesome.
You know, there's
Um,
there's
okay.
I love that question, and it's so cool. The other practitioners, you're the third practitioner that I've heard this from just in the past few months. And Ram Dass and also Saint Francis of Assisi, they had the same thing going on. And they said, when you lose your judgment of others, even the animals lose their fear of you. And this is happening with all these practitioners now. They're actually so neutral or filled with love that the wildlife feels it, and they're having these experiences, making friends with raccoons.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So another question is, you answered the grounding with bare feet one, right?
Yep.
Okay. What can it mean that I have goosebumps on the left side of my body when I'm moving the pen in the figure eight on the left side?
So goosebumps on the left and the pen on the left. It just sounds like to me you're activating energy on that side. So in Cognomovement sessions, getting hot, getting cold, burping, tooting, sweating, even having that goosebump feeling or cold on one side or hot on the other, you're feeling in real time your nervous system creating change. So that would be my answer. What would yours be, Bill?
So she's looking to the left and rotating to the left. So the right brain has gone hot. So you might not be a right brain person. And you're activating the heck out of that. So it's really good. If you noticed, you did left and right. And you also went through the center. So you're integrating the left brain and the right brain. Every time you cross over that center line of the body, you'll integrate. But it's important that you stretch, like you really got it stretched over to the left. So you really got some parts of the brain activated. You probably in your lifetime don't spend a lot of time with your head forward and then over to the left, like this with your eyeballs. Not too many people do that. So you really activated some parts of your brain. You might notice some changes over the next few days, like new thoughts, new insights, a new way of being that just it will
Creativity
seem as
too.
creativity just seems as natural and also more relaxed because the right brain is the side of the brain that doesn't have the stress. The left brain does.
Yeah. So Leah says we're coming to the end of our time together, but we want you to know that if you're brand new to Cognomovement, and those of you who've been around, you know this, that Cognomovement forces information, forces a not a good word, but it pushes information between the left and the right brain, getting that natural flow of information moving. And that on its own puts the system in a downregulated state, meaning it starts to shut off fight or flight. So even the most basic Cognomovement moves, like we showed you tonight, will start to pull your body out of a fight or flight pattern and start to harmonize you, start to integrate you with the energy that's around you. When that happens, your body starts to heal, goes right into healing mode. Your creativity skyrockets, your intuition skyrockets, your ability to think, brain fog just fades away. Your balance is better. Your mental acuity is better. Your athletic performance is better. Relationships change. This ability to calm the nervous system and harmonize the brain, it literally has the potential to change everything, change absolutely everything. So we want you to know, if you're new, dig in, learn a little more about Cognomovement. For the rest of you who've been around a while, we really cannot wait to see you at CognoConscious. This is that one-on-one time that Bill and I get with you that we don't get any other way except for practitioner training. So this is a big one for us and for you. So let's.
I want, there's just a couple of questions,
I
last
thought we
minute
were done. You
questions.
said we had to be done.
We were, but then people ask last minute questions, so I want you to answer them. And then before we go, I just want you to answer one more question. So that's from me.
Okay.
So, and then we are done for the night. So the first question is, what about someone who has sixth eye palsy, something that can cause cross-eye, no known reason? This exercise is scary. Suggestions for alternatives.
So the exercise is scary for the eyeball problem, the palsy.
Yeah, it can cause cross-eye. So they're saying the exercise is scary because they're worried it's going to cause going cross-eyed.
I would, in this case, don't know about that diagnosis. Check with your doctor first.
Yeah. And if it's something you feel like you want to do, I would do it very gently, but definitely talk with your doctor first. Yeah, for sure.
And then the last question is from other people. Can we repeat this session? If yes, how often?
You can repeat it as often as you like. These were both very, very gentle. I think you'll find, though, doing 20 minutes is more than enough for most people in a day. But, you could do each individual piece a couple times a day if you wanted. Most people don't find that to be necessary, but if you're in the middle of a crisis, go for it.
Yeah, and if you want to keep doing this stuff and you're not coming to CognoConscious, get Essentials. It's the foundation of Cognomovement. You can keep doing small sessions on your own anytime. So for CognoConscious, remember to go to cognomovement.com/CognoConscious to get tickets. And my ending question for both of you is, could you very quickly and shortly tell us each your favorite story from CognoConscious, your favorite result, like your favorite woo-woo thing that happened that was crazy at our CognoConscious events?
There are so many. I just made a video about this, about the woo-woo things, and Bill has too. But I will tell you my favorite thing that happens, and it's after the event. So I don't know, I have two, but after the event, when people are on their way home, usually on the airplane, or they just arrived home, and we get a phone call or an email telling us about how someone has just started healing people in the airport or on the airplane, or just been drawn to talk to somebody where they've been able to help them through a life issue, somebody they don't know and they've never seen before. So people have had hands-on healing activities start happening. And other people who say when they get home, they can actually see things around them that help them heal their own body. Extraordinary things. So that's my one favorite. The other is that moment in CognoConscious when a person swears they will never, ever let something go because it's so important to them to hold on to their anger, their fear, and all of a sudden they let it go. and the laughter and the joy and the skipping around and volleyball games that break out in the back of the room, those are my favorites. What about you, Bill?
Oh my gosh. The thing will bring you to tears. I mean, of joy. Like it's God, I could do this all day long. It's so fun. Well, once you get there to those points. But you specifically, Leah, asked about woo-woo favorite points. There's been so many. One of my favorite funny stories is one of the practitioners. I think Julie, she might even be here. Julie, I'll tell Julie's story again. Julie's there, and it's the middle of the night, and she gets woke up by the phone ringing. She's in a hotel, right? At CognoConscious. The phone's ringing, like old style. Bring, 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 bring. And she's looking around for the phone, gets up, looking around. There's no phone in the room, And she's finally she's sitting up and she's like, there's no phone. Hello? Listen, we just want to tell you, thank that lovely lady, that would be Liz, who gave you a ride back to the hotel. She's so nice, and we want you just to enjoy yourself, just to have fun. Dad's here to have fun. And it's and unbelievable. There's so many of those fun ones. People all of a sudden, spontaneously, the first time in their life, they're there at the event and they're seeing auric fields, around other people. Like imagine, like all of a sudden I see the colors around people. Very strange experience the first time. There's so many of these things. They're natural things that just happen because of the elevated consciousness. It's natural, but it is funny. Anyway, there's I can, if you want to stay here all night, I could do that.
Yeah, we could go on and on.
Go on and on.
Then there's that time we opened a portal in the room. That was interesting. That happened. The energy gets so big with all of us doing this in this room. All kinds of crazy stuff happen. And it's just a whole lot of fun. I want to say for anybody's listening, it's hard work. It is the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life and the most fun, weirdly, at the same time. So, all right, Leah, we'll shut up for now.
All right. I just wanted you guys to get a taste of the crazy things that happen at CognoConscious, but we will see lots of you there. And if you want the tickets, go to cognomovement.com/CognoConscious. Kathy, we did come to the East Coast this year for training, for advanced training. So if we have enough people that want CognoConscious on the East Coast, we will be there. But right now it's going to be in sunny San Diego at the Legacy Hotel Resort and Spa. And we will see you all there. If you have any questions, email us at info@cognomovement.com and we'll see you next time.
Ciao for now. Bye, everybody. Bye.